Well, it's a busy few months because it's all the planning in advance, and I don't think people always realise just how much planning goes into these things. But I've had really good help from the students, and obviously the filmmaking students doing the filming, and the photographers, and of course you, Jamie, yes. And it does make a difference to get that mix. The students are getting some experience out of it, and it gives you some help as well. So. But it's the main thing is getting the invitations, getting the design done, and sort of incorporating student work. So the design was Stuart Duffy, a fourth year digital art student, did the design, which was then used for all the promotional materials to try and get a corporate feel. So we'll find a new image for next year.
And you've also been involved for a few years. How has it changed in any way over the years? Got bigger or got more extravagant, or what do you think?
In some ways it's got less extravagant in terms of we've managed to streamline it down. This is the 5th year of it in its current format, and every year we do try and introduce something new. So last year we had the student scripts filmed and showed that on the show reels, and then this year we had clips from the radio studios, so that was this year's edition. So we try and add something new in every year to keep things fresh.
And there was a real, they were pretty well attended. They've been well attended as well. The ones on the CCA, a couple of very busy days at the Arches, and then we've had kind of steady stream coming in here over the days it's been open. I mean, it gives a great platform, isn't it, for the students to show off what they've been doing and what they've learned.
Absolutely, and I think that's the key thing about all the events, that there's some industry go, but it's also a chance for parents to come and have a look at what they've been spending their money on, or what the student loan's been spent on. And like I say, just to share the work with each other, because I think sometimes you work in isolation and don't really get to see other people's work, and so then you get that chance to have a look at everybody's work and to build up collaborations. The showcase is as much about networking, allowing the students networking with industry, but also networking with each other, and that's what we're beginning to see more and more of in first year and second year, and then that's coming out. So now the contemporary screen acting students, for their awards, the best ones in a lot of instances were filmed by filmmaking students and edited by filmmaking students, so that the contemporary screen acting students could focus on acting, which is what they're there to do.
Great, and there's a good mix between the academic and a lot of awards been given out over the last week or so, but not just for nice films, but for the academic work as well, which, when you think of university, that's sort of the point, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the beauty of all the programmes that we offer in the School of Creative Cultural Industries, that there is a balance of practical and the underpinning theory. And it's interesting, one of the awards was the change they've made for the Visual Art Research Project, but there's still a big element of it is the underpinning theory, and then there's also an artefact that can go into the student's portfolio. In the same way, it's interesting, there's always going to be some students that are better at the theoretical research side and some that are better at the practical side, and the whole point of all the programmes is to try and recognise you don't have to be good at everything. You can excel in one particular thing, and I think that's what the showcase demonstrates.
What about 2015? Any surprises? You can tell us anything? You can tell us, or is that too far away?
Well, we just have to wait and see. We're already beginning to plan. We're going to get a lot more student involvement, and I think that's absolutely key, that if we can get more students involved from an early age, from early stage rather, and build that up, then that's really key, because it's the showcase for the students, and to be run by the students seems to be the logical next step forward.